Okay, today we're going to learn the halacha. If somebody Erev Shabbos has the food ready, it's hot, and they forgot to put the blech on. They forgot the fire on the blech, or they forgot to plug in their crock pot. And the question would be, if it's already bein hashmosois before tzeis, if you'd be allowed to tell a goy to plug in the crock pot or to put on the fire under the blech, and this way you have hot food for tomorrow. So that would be the shaila. So I said that such a case took place in town many times, and there was different opinions. People did different things. So it starts from there. It starts the Gemara Eruvin Daf Lamed Beis Amud Beis. The Gemara says, "V'Rebbe the Omar kol dover shu mishum shvus lo gozru olav bein hashmosois." So Rabbi Yehuda Anosi, Rebbe, he paskened that anything that osur to do b'Shabbos mishum shvus. Shvus means it's isur d'Rabbanan to tell a goy l'moshel to do something, or any isur d'Rabbanan that we do. Bein hashmosois, that would be allowed to do. According to this, theoretically, if you need to tell a goy to plug in the crock pot, or you need to put the fire under the blech, l'choire, if the whole isur amir la'akum et shvusi, bein hashmosois is muter. And according to this would be, if it's bein hashmosois and you have a muktzah, you need to move, l'choire, you could move. It's the whole kol shum mishum shvus. It's anything that's isur d'Rabbanan, l'choire, bein hashmosois, you're allowed to do. Okay, so the problem with this halacha, the Rebbe l'choire contradicts himself. Rebbe brings a Mishnah. He's the author of the Mishnayos, and the Perek based Mishnah Zayin and Shabbos. He says like this: Sofek chasheichom. It says Sofek chasheichom, Sofek eno chasheichom, en maasrin es avadai. By Sofek chasheichom hashmosois, we cannot say meiser if it's avadai needs a meiser. L'choire, the Easter of meiser and Shabbos, it's only the Rabbanon. With the Raisa, you would be allowed to do meiser and Shabbos. Then. Oh, yeah, when madbilim is a kelim, it's only isur d'Rabbanan. So why, when madlikim is madlikim is aneres, we understand, that's isur d'Oraisa, but the other two, l'choire, it's d'Rabbanan. So why, Allah says, aval ma'asrim is sadma, yom armitim is achamin, it's all, we see over here, certain d'Rabbanan you're allowed to do, when a certain d'Rabbanan is not. So there's many answers for this question, for this contradiction. So one of the answers that only would do bein hashmosois thing that's it's for dvar mitzvah. It's something you have a big need for it. For example, the tvilas kelim, it's not a big need for it. You use other kelim. So what you have to toivel now? Yeah, the tvilas it's not. The meiser also, you have other food to eat. But if take somebody, the post can bring, if somebody take does not have any other food, but the food they need to give meiser, then he could do the meiser then. That's isur d'Rabbanan. Something if somebody doesn't have any other kelim on Shabbos to eat, but unless he's going to toivel the kelim, then bein hashmosois would be allowed to toivel his kelim. Now, la halacha, that's what's brought in la halacha in Siman Shin Mem Beis in Shulchan Aruch. Bein hashmosois muter la'asos dvorim she'osru chazal mishum gezeira. Kol hadvorim she'masurim midivrei soifrim lo gozru aleim bein hashmosois. V'hu sheyesh shom dvar mitzvah. Where did they come up with this dvar mitzvah? That's what we just mentioned now. Because if it's not dvar mitzvah, why Rabbeinu HaKodesh in Masechet Shabbos asered to do tvilas kelim and meiser, because there's no need for it. But if it's a dvar mitzvah, kovet Shabbos, or doichak, you somehow have a big need for it. Mutar lo bein hashmosois lalos beilon or loshut al pnei hamoyim. All this isur d'Rabbanan lo vidulu v'shoifar v'chen moirid me'ilon or moitzi me'akarmelis eruv she'osom v'chen yimoyo torod v'nechbas ledover shu mishum shvus mutar bein hashmosois. U'mitam ze mutar lo yomar bein hashmosois la'akum la'adlik lo ner l'Shabbos. So it says you're allowed to tell a goy. It's bein hashmosois already. You're allowed to tell a goy, please help me put the light on. According to this would be put the blech on, put the crock pot on. The whole Easter. Oh, now there's an important detail over here. Only we're talking about over here. You have no other. And it's, by the way, it is also dvar mitzvah. You want the chamin, you want the hot food for Shabbos. It's a mitzvah. If you're not going to have it till the next day, cholent, it's a big deal for us, as we're going to see. Ad kedekach, the poskim also matir, the Mogen Avram brings from the marshal, though it's in Reish Samachal, we're going to go there soon. If somebody forgot to light the yortzeit candle for his parents, it's such a big deal by them that if you bring the marshal, you could tell a goy bein hashmosois to light for you the yortzeit candle. So because it's a big need, for the people, it was a big deal not to forget to light a yortzeit candle for the yortzeit. Oh, so lamaisa, since of it's a big need for it, and there's no problem of bishul over here because the food is cooked and it's hot. I'm going to bring all this have to come together. The food is cooked, the food is hot. The only problem is you're telling a goy now to put the fire on. So that's clearly that you would be allowed to do. Now, l'choira, you might ask, according to this, if I'm allowed to tell a goy to put the candle on or to put the fire on, what happens if the food is not cooked? So l'choira, I could have done that. What's the whole issue? The whole issue is amir elakum. Amir elakum, doch midaraisa a goy could cook on Shabbos. The Amir elakum bein hashmosois mutar. L'choira, theoretically, I could have tell him to put the whole raw food on the blech. L'choira, I could tell the whole raw food. Very good. That would be also mishum bishul akum. That you cannot do. No, some people, you can't participate in it. That's you're not allowed to. So that would be, so that's why a lot of people do mamash plug in the crock pot or put on a blech, mamash raw, which is halachik and it's perfectly okay. The only problem is, just in case you forgot or the fire went out, you can tell bein hashmosois they're going to help you because that will be bishul akum. That would be bishul akum. The only, again, it's theoretical. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that without getting there. That's not the question now. Now, in the Reish Samech Aleph, they also, in Shulchan Aruch, Reish Samech Aleph, they also talk about the halachas. I just want to clarify some.
If the fire's on,
yeah,
and mamish the blech's not there. That means you're asking the guys to put the blech on and put the thing on the fire.
You okay? So now you're saying, if the fire is on, all the goy gonna do, you put the fire, just. All the goy gonna do l'choire, that's still gonna be bishul akum. Why? Because the fire is on. You mekarev bishula. That's all. When you participate in the bishul, over here the fire on, you participate zero in the bishul. The food is not on it yet, so you participate at zero in the bishul. Anyway, without getting there right now, let's focus. We could at something a different shaila, but let's right now talk about the case we had lamaisa. The food is ready. It's hot. The only problem is the goy gonna put the fire. Bein hashmosois, you're allowed to tell him. Okay. In the Reish Samachal it says like this. Umutar loymar la'akum. I'm reading from the Shulchan Aruch in the Reish Samachal. Bein hashmosois lahadlik ner letzorich Shabbos. V'chen loymar lasos lekol melacha shel letzorich mitzvah or shu torod v'nechpaz aleya. So we already mentioned the Mogen Avram bring from the Rashal that you're allowed to tell them to put the yortzeit candle, because and also the Rashal is mechadesh, even it's something not for Shabbos, but it's a big hezek for you, and you're going to be worried the whole Shabbos. You're also allowed to. You would be also allowed if something you tell a go, even that's not Torah, but you're going to be very Torah Shabbos. It's also they allow you to do such a thing.
So if you're Mekabel Shabbos early.
Very good. Now that's the next thing we're going to talk about. A lot of poskim talk about the Alter Rebbe is more clear on this, so I'm going to read from the Alter Rebbe. It's very, very clear on this. Okay, so like this. Aval mutar loymar Nochri lazos afilu melocha gemura va'afilu ledvar hareshus im harbe kodem halayla. That he talks about if you have a kabel early Shabbos, yeah. If it's allowed before Shabbos, you could tell them even it's not var mitzvah because many people were not mekabel Shabbos, even Jews. Why couldn't you say to a Nochri? Yeah, so that if it's early Shabbos, you definitely could tell a Nochri to do anything you need, even not var mitzvah. anything, because a lot of people were not Makabel Shabbos yet.
Makabel Shabbos.
Wait, even Deraisa?
Yes, 1 second, yeah.
Makabel Shabbos early, and somebody else comes in later. Can they light Shabbos candles while you're sitting already at the meal?
Okay, so that has to do with the halacha. If anybody else in the city still was not Makabel Shabbos, if there's multiple shuls in a city, it's a lot easier. You could say I'm going with the other shuls that were not Makabel Shabbos. If everybody was Makabel Shabbos already in the city,
No such thing.
If
Everybody was Makabel Shabbos.
no, meaning
already in the
as a
city.
community, meaning there's one. If it's one shul in a city, don't everybody bound to that what the shul does. Now, if it's after basically after Shkia, if everybody will kabel, that's what they do today. Everybody will kabel Shabbos. All community. Talk about Orthodox community kabel Shabbos half hour before Tzeis. Yeah, by Shkia, yeah. Well, the reason I didn't want to say the word Shkia because there is 2 Shkias, and some Inyani will make it to go till 13 minutes before it says. They talk about this. So, but half hour every Makabel Shabbos. Also, last of it, Nochri, afilu shum shvus, v'afilu koidem ben hashmosois. That's the idea. A real ben hashmosois is really only 13 minutes before it says. He says, imul dvar reshus, if it's something not mitzvah. ממילא אין שם שעת חג, דבר רשות, אבל לדבר מצווה, או לצורך גודל מותר לעשות את הנוכרי, אפילו מלאכה גמורה, ואפילו בין hashmosois, again, that's 13 minutes before it says, אף על פי שכבר קיבלו השבס, שאין מחמירים בקבל השבס, יש לנו בין hashmosois ולא קבל השבס. The bottom line is, if it's tzorech mitzvah, and it's still 13 minutes before it says, even everybody's makabel Shabbos, you're allowed to tell a goy to do something. So according to this, no, afilu, don't worry about it. Afilu lahadlik saner. For you, it's Isra Daraisa lahadlik saner. For you, we're talking about 2 inyanim. But you know what? Let me clarify. It's good you ask this. 2 inyanim. For yourself, if it's a dvar mitzvah, you need to go now on the top of the tree. Shabbos, you're not allowed to do it. Mitzvah the Rabbanon, to bring from there shofar.
Right.
You're allowed to do it yourself. You have now dvar mitzvah. There is some mukta over here that you really need to move it. Let's say normally, let's say, would be not allowed to. But that's ben hashmosois.
Money on the table.
Yeah, that anything that's Isur Drabonon and it's Ledvar Mitzvah, you're allowed to do it Ben hashmosois yourself. If it's Isur Drabonon, only Isur Drabon, and it's either Schach Doche Godel, you mamish need it badly, or Dvar Mitzvah, Stam Dvar Rishus is not needed. Stam Toivel Kalim now, it's Isur Drabon, you would not be allowed to unless you have no other Kalim to eat with them. Yeah? Now, to the Goy, you're allowed to do even Isur, but for you it's Isur Da'araisa to do, because Amir Nochri, it's Shavuos, only the Rabbanon. Torah don't say anywhere, don't tell the Nochri what to do on Shabbos. So the Mele, you're allowed to even tell them to put a candle on, a light on, something over here. Put the fire under the my blech, and the food is hot. Again, there's no bishul akum, the food is even hot, there's not even mavashal over here, it's just mechamim. The Mele, it's not a problem by ben hashmosois to put the kula almet mamash. There's no place to be machmir even. I don't see anybody saying, oh, to be. There's some inyanim post community to be machmir. Not on this inyan. This inyan, if somebody, like I said, 13 minutes before tzeis, and everything is ready to go, all he needs to plug in the crack pot or to put the fire under the blech, he could tell this to go to do without any problem.
So why would in that case why would the
Comes to
person
show you one thing.
Hold on,
Yeah.